Blake Production.
Let's take a look here at Vidaio Subnet 85. This is going to be a technical breakdown. Very fascinating subnet. In my opinion, this is the best chart in the Bittensor ecosystem, especially once you add in the fundamentals behind Vidaio. Now, what Vidaio does is they utilize their AI model to compress video file size while simultaneously upscaling the quality of video. Now, the total addressable market here is massive, right? Every online streaming platform could utilize compressed video. Every streaming service, period. Amazon Prime, HBO, Netflix, YouTube. Think about all the millions. There's probably millions of videos posted online every day, right? In content form. Think about how much data there is there, right? Thousands, hundreds of thousands of terabytes. What if we could reduce the file size while keeping the quality? What happens if you could, if there's an old video that you love, what happens if you could upscale that video that was a 420p quality into a 4K quality? You can do that now utilizing Vidaio. So what we have here is Subnet 85, a fascinating use case for AI, a subnet that is developed and fully operational and running, has a product, has a service, and we have one of the best technical setups here in the Bittensor ecosystem. Everything is aligning for Vidaio, and the pattern that I'm looking at here is this beautiful ascending triangle. It's telling us, what is that telling us? Well, it's telling us that demand is increasing. There's higher lows being made into this major resistance zone. So Vidaio's stock chart is telling us that demand is increasing, and as we coil and get tighter, what we're looking at is a potential move towards 0.02 tau, right? Potentially 0.03, right? So these are the targets here for Vidaio in the shorter term. Again, the total addressable market here for Vidaio as a whole is like billions. If they could successfully capture even part of their total addressable market, right? They're going to be a massive company. Right now, Vidaio's market cap is 7.53 mil, and they're a tiny little company that could potentially be a monster in a billion-dollar industry. So this is the asymmetric upside that everyone in crypto wants, but they won't find it unless they know about Bittensor. So I think what we're going to see is this summer is going to be the first subnet summer of Bittensor's era. And I think it's going to be a really explosive one. You're going to see a rush of people flooding into Bittensor, and they're going to eat up subnets like this. And again, if you haven't, check out some of my posts before. Once you start to add in, the network effects of Bittensor, and you start to think about how, normies are going to grasp onto Bittensor easier, and they're going to grasp on harder to Bittensor versus how they were with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is so hard to understand, but everybody uses AI. Understanding Bittensor is a lot easier for a normie than it is to understand Bitcoin. Once you understand that, holy crap, of course normies are going to want to own a piece of decentralized AI. It's just going to be a matter of time for them to learn about it. So it's kind of our incentive as, creators on X and people in the Bittensor ecosystem to be shilling the shit out of Bittensor, because we see the value, but also that value is for the people. That's the entire purpose of decentralized AI. So I'm going to be forever trying to towpill a bunch of different people because I see the opportunity. We're lucky that we're here accumulating in this in this space right now, because I think the upside is one of the last asymmetric, significant, like 100 to 1000x opportunities potentially in the crypto space. So that's Subnet 85 Vidaio for you. Some targets I'm really looking at are here at the 0.02 and the 0.03 tau mark. So that's a potential 200% move here, depending on how crazy things can get. So again, it's only March. I think this summer is going to be a wild subnet summer. And I think that that energy that you felt with meme coins back in, 2023, 2024, I think that energy is going to come back, but it's going to be more sustainable because what's being built on Bittensor is not a meme. It is pure, raw, fascinating intelligence. So that's the breakdown here. I hope you guys enjoyed.